What's up, you guys? Welcome back to Rent This Flip That, and today we are back out at the duplexes in Gallatin, Tennessee. And we're actually at the first unit that we worked on that you guys watched us from the beginning to the end all the way through. And one of the main issues we had in there, I had to redo the whole floor system because in the bathroom, as you guys noticed, the bottom plate was missing, the subfloor was all rotted out, and they had replaced it with several different pieces of plywood. You guys remember that. But anyway, I went underneath the house a couple weeks ago to put some insulation underneath there. It was wet. It was soaking wet. I said, you've got to be kidding me. What is going on here? So after further inspection, something must be going on with the washer and dryer hookups because they are on the other side of that wall. When I saw that water and came in, there was a puddle laying in our brand new laminate floor all over the baseboard, all over the walls. And today, I'm here to fix it. So let's just go inside and take a look and see what kind of damage was done, how we're going to try to remedy this situation today. Now keep in mind, I am not a plumber. My brother does a lot of plumbing because he's a maintenance guy for an apartment complex. And he's let me know, hey bud, times have changed. All that getting a torch out and doing this, sometimes you have to do it, but for the most part, they've come out with products that makes it very DIY friendly. And hopefully if you guys got something like that going on at your house, you'll take some inspiration from something I did today, or you'll just learn something about SharkBites. That's right. All right guys, let's go take a look inside and see what we got going on. For the most part, you can see that, yeah, some mold on that wall, mold on that. So we're gonna have to rip this. Look, our new paint, it's bubbling up, so I don't know if it was hot water or what, but what would make it bubble up like that, other than heat, I'm not really sure. So we're just gonna cut this section out right here and put a panel here, something my brother gave me, and that way we'll be able to swap all this stuff out and make it right again. All right, so let me get a game plan together and we'll figure it out somehow. We're gonna fix it. Okay guys, to get started, here is some of the items I have. Now a lot of this was just given to me from my brother, like, cause he has a lot of this stuff just laying around. Like, he gave me this, so this will go on the bottom of that, right there. And then it just slide down on our pipe over here. And then, he gave me two of those, but one of them got misplaced, so we went back and bought another one. It's a little bit different, but it does the same thing. So we go there, and we stick the pipe in there, and there'll be no torches today, so that's what we're about to do. And of course it just has these on-off switches like this right here, as opposed to these big valves that you have to turn. I think that's where they were leaking. They were leaking down in this crack down in here. And then once it got in that crack, it just started going down through the wall. So we're gonna take care of that today. All right, so first thing we gotta do is turn the water off. And I think there's a shut-off right there. Okay, that'll work. The one thing we're doing different, as you can see, is this needs to go on the outside of this, so that's gonna happen. So we just need to get this thing unhooked and figure out how it goes. Now looking like right here, I may have to do some PVC glue on my brother didn't mention that, but common sense tells me, I mean, we gotta glue that pipe together somehow, right? Alright, well anyway, let's get this thing cut out and figure it out. I'm not gonna tell you guys all the cool little plumbing tricks that plumbers do because I don't know them.
Oh yeah?
And this will go like this. Here, so I don't really need to outline the whole thing. I just want to know how much I'm going to need in between where this is going to be and the new panel. So we got this. My brother gave me this because this is something you can put here, that way you can work on the pipes from below, and then if you ever have to get back in there, you don't have to cut another hole in the wall. You just remove this panel part. We'll see. Alright guys, we got a hole in the wall. We got electrical right here by all this water. I'm not sure if that's a no-no or not. I'm not going to report it, but if that's not cool, let me know. You know, I'd like to know. I'd like to hear from you electricians, I'd like to hear from you plumbers out there. Should this been done a different way? Maybe on the inside, maybe on the outside, maybe up above the water, maybe down below the floor? I don't know. I don't do electrical. And I found this wrench, it fits right there, but I'm like, what would I need that for? Because, to twist this off of that, I'm replacing this whole thing. I'm wondering if I can just cut this right here and just go from there. So, brought this guy, we'll see. leaking and when I turn this water on?
Well, there's just water in the pipe. Let me get something. There's paper towels right there. We need to put some towels in our fridge. Yeah, I think that's just where there's gonna be water in the pipe, and I can get a bucket. Let me get a bucket so it can shoot into.
I guess my thing is like I was like, how can there be water in the lines if I just opened all the lines and let all the water out?
Yeah, but did you? Oh, because there's no pressure pushing that water up. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, how would it come out?
I don't know.
It's not going to, but when you put a hole in it, it's going to come out.
I wonder if that thing, that blue thing, will fit inside there. Alright, so I'm going to cut this a little bit lower, that way I can just spin it around and get a nice good clean cut. I was thinking that this would be too big to go in here, but I have some other ones that are really big. One of them, and that is very like old, ancient.
Here, I'm gonna take a picture.
So to speak.
Yeah, that ain't good.
I'm probably gonna make a much cleaner cut, I'm sure. It's got a little razor blade wheel on there. I don't know, I'm probably spinning throwing away, and some plumber's like, he's an idiot. Yeah, I might be spinning throwing away, but this feels right. And it's cutting it, so what's up? Let's try it the other way. Yes, me, you can probably just go either way. I can feel water leaking out of it, I can tell you that. That's because she's cut. Oh man, that thing might drop all the way down to the basement. Okay guys, so check this out. Kelly took pictures of down inside the wall right here, and she's real concerned about all the mold and everything down in there. So even though it's gonna stink, I think we're gonna have to replace this drywall. I asked her, like, what do we have this paint? And she's like, even if we don't, we'll paint this whole wall a different color. Kind of like an accent wall. These I bought, these are little SharkBite caps. I don't know if you've seen them before or not, but if you cut it and then overnight you need to leave it, you can just put these on and it'll cap it off. I'm gonna take some sandpaper to clean them up a little bit so that they work accurately, but we're gonna come back to the washer and dryer panel installation and actually move on into some drywall repair. That's the plan. All right, so let me get this cleaned up. Yeah.
Show them?
Yeah.
Gross.
Yeah. This is what was on the inside of that wall. So, you guys, you know how it is when we were over there at the Tabby house and all that mold went on. We had to rip it out because, you know, we don't want nobody getting sick. So, anyway, that's what's happening here. I'm gonna clean these up, the caps on, and then we'll focus more on the drywall. And once we get the drywall repaired, we'll come back to this right here. It probably will be a whole lot easier to install this. Anyway, once I get this, I just cut the whole thing out and just replace it. I got some drywall over there too, as a matter of fact, and it's green, so. All right. All right, guys, you slide those on like that, and then should be able to turn the water back on and there not be any issues, but you know, can't promise anything, so I'm gonna go turn the water on and Kelly, you just scream, stop, if there's an issue. All right, here we go.
Looks like we're good so far. Well, the water's not on. Yeah, it's still off under the house. Good, guys. Looks good. No water. No water. Good to go.
Just looking at this, Kelly wanted me to cut this all the way over to the stud that's over here. I mean, I can do that, but you guys can see already, whoever did the drywall here, the tape is just a mess, and it's all painted and everything. So anyway, we're gonna see what it looks like back here once I get it all cut out, and then that will be how I decide how far over I'm going to go. Man, it's pretty wet down here. Real. A lot of moisture. All right, guys, so I had to run out and grab some of this right here because we had some, but it got wet. I mean, it got cold and frozen. And it said if it looks like jelly, don't use it. And it looked like a jellyfish to me. But I wanted to show you what Kelly's been doing while I was gone. All that mold, man, it looks like it wasn't mold except for down there. Of course, that's pretty rough. But we'll get that fixed up. But anyway, these pipes look brand new. So I sanded this already and made it smooth. I used my jigsaw to cut it off, my DeWalt jigsaw, and now we are fixing to use this glue to put this pipe back together and then get on with the show here. All right, moving on. This, I guess my brother already had it set up, but it's got a lot of knockouts, one there and one there. So I guess if you wanted to do it that way, you could do it that way too. And it's made to slip right over this pipe right here. So that's what we're about to do, is we're about to glue this thing and set it in place. All right, so that being said, let's go ahead and get this stuff out here. Alright, so I guess I'm going to try to go ahead and stick this on here. Just make sure it's clean. Pretty clean. Alright, so that'll slide right on. Make sure you push it all the way down. Sometimes it feels like it's on and it's not really on. So this will go on right here. And then this goes on right here. So we can figure out how we're going to do this. I'd say...
Yeah, I would think you would need to screw that on as tight as it'll go, and then you make your cut, and we can pull this out a little bit or bend it however. Just by looking at it, that's what it looks like should happen.
Here's my other one of these. So like I said, it's a little different because we have about a different place, but it serves the same concept, so we'll go with that.
What are you looking for?
Yes. Alright guys, so we got this thing hooked up, we got the water on, there's absolutely no leaks coming from it, we've checked it. Of course, I'm going to leave this off overnight so that this all can dry out before we put in the drywall back on, and Kelly wants to put spray foam down there to kind of keep any control of the mold coming up through here. But anyway, we have the clip from the old one, and it actually just slides right in here like this. And then you will screw it through right there. So I'm going to use the old clip, but the other one broke. So if you have any of this little wire stuff right here, the stuff that has all the holes in it like that, I'm just going to fold that over like that. I've ran it through a couple times right here and just folded it over, and so I think just putting a screw in somewhere right there will be just fine. I'll put one there, put one in there. Alright guys, let's get this thing installed. Alright guys, one washer and dryer hookup, completely did it. As I said, I'm definitely not a plumber, so this right here was definitely DIY friendly as far as the average homeowner goes, or if you're just into real estate and you need to fix some pipes really quick. Just some main tips: make sure you sand this copper right here before you put your SharkBites on, and so there's no rough burrs or anything like that. And I did clean this up a little bit. That glue's already dried. Looks like we're good to go on that, so we're gonna let this sit overnight, see if there's any leaks tomorrow. If not, then if it's dried out, we'll go ahead and pop that drywall on. Hey guys, I had a good time today and I hope you enjoyed it or at least got some inspiration or came up with some ideas for your house. If you did, help us out by smashing the like button, and don't forget, if you like stuff like this, go ahead and subscribe and become part of the DIY family. That's right, here on Rent This Flip That. Alright guys, that's going to do it for this one, and I hope to see you on the next one.